effect this massive destruction you see here. Like I said earlier, the usual security protocols that reporters are used to come into these collation centers were non-existent this morning. I only see a handful of police officers and military men, just about 4 or 5 military men, about 4 or 5 police officers, which has not been the case. And so whether the Electoral Commission made the necessary arrangements with the National Election Security Task Force to get adequate security for this, we don't know yet. I had a conversation with the Deputy Director of Research for the Electoral Commission, Mr. Fretete. He had no idea what had happened here when I called him to find out if indeed a collation exercise was going to come off earlier in the morning. So we're just going to go downstairs and then see what also happened there, because there was some of the destruction also happened downstairs. You can see, so this window, which is currently on your screen, you can see all of its louver blades have been broken down. And you know, this morning within the past few days, we've seen reports on social media, supporters of Rabina Orbin putting up posters of her declaring her as winner of Ablekuma North, even though the Electoral Commission had not completed the coalition exercise yet. We've also seen supporters of Nana Free claiming victory for their candidate Nana Osu Ekwefie of the NPP. So you can see here in your shot, all of these windows have been broken down. We have also just received news that these people who came here today are currently on their way to the head office of the Electoral Commission. Reasons we are yet to establish the reason going to the Electoral Commission head office, because we were informed that this would be the coalition point for the Ablekuma North constituency. So you can see downstairs here at the Electoral Commission's regional office some of what is left of what the destruction that happened here. Louver blades scattered all over here. All over here this morning. So you can see all of these louver blades, yeah, all of these louver blades. You can see them here scattered here this very early morning, when we were expecting the Electoral Commission to go on and continue with its collation. Remember, the High Court ordered the Electoral Commission to go and continue the collation of results for some 4 outstanding constituencies: Techiman South, Okankwe Central, Tema Central, and Ablekuma North. The Commission has successfully completed the collation for those 3 constituencies, declaring the candidates for the NPP Parliamentary, Techiman South, the Mensa Kosa, the former minister for local government. For Tema Central, Charles Forson declared winner for that election following the of results which happened here. And then Central I can see in the shots some military officers who have just gone up there to.
Hello, Charles.
Ablekuma.
Charles, if you can reposition yourself, we seem to be losing audio from your end. If you can reposition yourself so we can get proper sound from you.
Can you hear me now?
Much better, much better. Please carry on.
Yes. So I was talking about the for some time now. Of 201 polling, the Electoral Commission
Charles,
only
if you can move a bit towards your left, I think it's better when you move towards your left so we can hear you clearly. We're having some glitches regarding the sound from your end. So move towards your left. So it's better when you move towards your towards your right rather. Apologies for that. Towards your right, so we can hear you clearly. We seem to be having some difficulties. Charles, yes, great. This is much better. We've seen some security personnel.
This is much better.
Much better, yes. We've seen some persons in uniform, both police and military. Who are these? Were they stationed there when the attack on the office occurred? Or what's happening? What's the story regarding the security detail?
Well, I mentioned earlier, so the security protocols usually is you'd have security officers in their hundreds here during the collation exercise. That has not been the case this morning. You only find a handful of police officers and military officers. So these two military officers who just went past us, they were here in the morning when this occurred. But there are not enough police officers nor military officers to make any attempt at stopping the numbers of people who came here. The first batch of about 30 and 40 which began this destruction, and then there were reinforcements later to add up onto the numbers. There is a police vehicle stationed right at the entrance of the Electoral Commission, but I can tell you, Nana, the police officers here are not even more than 10, and so it would have been very difficult for them to try and stop. No one actually made any attempt at stopping these people. We were just up there, they came in, ordered everybody out, take your cameras, take everything, do not film, threatening to destroy our equipment if we film, and began doing what they did. We've been told that they're heading to the Electoral Commission's head office there. But the here this morning is that the recollation exercise, which was expected to commence at 8 a.m. This morning by the Electoral Commission, had not started, but it was, you saw some people believed to be affiliated with the NDC, some thugs come in here and cause destruction in protest of the coalition exercise, saying that their candidate, Rabna Orbin, has been duly elected and declared winner for Ablekuma North. And so the coalition exercise that was ongoing here, they saw that as an injustice, for which reason they had come here to do whatever they wanted to do, destroy louver frames, the doors of the Electoral Commission offices, saying that they are not allow the coalition exercise to continue. Now, 3 polling stations are standing for Ablekuma North. The Electoral Commission, when it started this coalition exercise, did not have 62 polling station results, pink sheets. And so they didn't have that. The NDC didn't have that. The NPP offered to provide those pink sheets, but they were scanned copies of these pink sheets. So on the very first day of that recollation exercise, the NPP provided some 42 of these pink sheets. The commission did their verification, and then they were able to verify these pink sheets and added the results onto what they already had. And then there were issues with 20 pink sheets that the NPP presented to the Electoral Commission. The returning officer for Ablekuma North then devised a strategy, which strategy he was going to use the presiding officers for the various polling stations to come and verify these pink sheets that had been presented by the NPP. 13 of those, well, 17 of those eventually were able to be verified by these presiding officers. I remember there was a presiding officer here who came and said that he could verify that the numbers and figures for the various candidates were his own handwriting, but he could not recognize the the sports ballots that were on the pink sheets, and that actually raised some issues here at the Collation Center. So those three outstanding polling stations were what we expected the Electoral Commission to come and do the collation for, but that has yet to happen. We need to find out from the Electoral Commission later if it is going to happen at all following what has happened here at the Electoral Commission's Collation Center here in the Greater Accra region, Anna.
Charles, do we know if the EC officials, especially from the constituency, Ablekuma North, were present? Do we know if party agents were present when this happened? And was there any attack on the persons of individuals, or it was just property that was vandalized?
Well, there were no attacks on individuals. There were just threats to media men to move out. Now, the returning officer for Ablekuma North, he was not here. Officials from that constituency were not here. The regional officials of the Electoral Commission, who are usually part of this coalition exercise, were all not here. For us, we thought that, you know, it's typical of the Electoral Commission. Sometimes you are giving an 8 o'clock time for coalition, starts around 9. So we're just waiting for the commission to come in and start. But like I said, while we were waiting, what happened. But there were no officials of the commission at the Collation Center at the time these attacks happened. And these attacks were not on individuals or any persons. They were just on the property of the Electoral Commission. Yeah.
Very well, Charles. Thank you so much. Good job there. We'll come back to you as and when necessary for some updates regarding this developing story. Charles Owusukumi is my colleague here at the Channel 1 newsroom, bringing us up to speed regarding an attack on the EC's regional office where collation for the Ablekuma North constituency was scheduled to take place. However, this has been truncated or interrupted due to the attack on the office of the EC. We'll bring you updates in our subsequent bulletins. This is Channel 1 Television. My name is Nana Tufuo Boateng. Stay here and keep watching Channel 1 TV.